Hi, welcome back. For today's video, I am going to be getting ready to go to a workout class, so I just wanted to take you along with me. Let's get into it. I actually have the day off work today, so I'm going to like a later morning workout class, and I'm really excited because I usually never have time to do this, especially during the week. So this is really fun for me. And so I have extra time to get ready so I can show you what I do. First thing I'm going to start off with is my hair. A lot of times I'll put it up just like in a high ponytail, but whenever I do that, my hair like falls into my face, like the ponytail, and so it's really annoying and I don't want to deal with it, especially at workout class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in like a slick back. I don't know if I'm going to do a bun yet or like a ponytail with a braid, so we'll see what I'm feeling. But anyway, I am just going to make sure that it's parted down the middle. I try to get it like as straight as possible, but it's really not that big of a deal. And then I do want this like a little bit higher on my head. I don't want it to be a low bun or ponytail. I want it to be like more towards the middle of my head. So I'm going to take this brush here and get started. What I'm going to do is just take this comb and start like pulling my hair back into a ponytail and just try to get it like as smooth as possible. The higher up I go, usually like the part starts to cut off, which is fine, but I just keep brushing it until I have it all pulled back and smooth to where I can secure it in a ponytail. And then after that, I'll make the bun or the braid. Once I have it to where I want it and my hair is pretty much all flat, I mean, it doesn't really have to be perfect because I'm just going to work out, but I like to get it pretty tight. I am going to take just a regular hair tie and then put my hair in a ponytail, and I want it to be as tight as I can possibly get it. And then once I have it wrapped around as many times as it can go, I just pull it tight just to like make it as tight as possible. And then any bumps or anything, I just take the brush and just kind of like push them back. Now that it's all secure, I'm going to do the bun. So what I do is I take my ponytail, and I have a lot of hair and it's really long, so this is what I found is the best way for me to get like the most perfect bun and keep it the most secure. What I do is I braid my ponytail. I don't make it like a good braid or anything, just kind of like a loose braid. I just quickly do this all the way down to the bottom, and then I take it and I wrap it like into a bun basically and just secure it in the back of my head. And then I'm going to take just another normal hair tie and wrap that around as many times as it can go so that it's nice and secure. And nothing fancy, but it just keeps my hair like the most secure. So that's basically what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's just like a normal bun. Now that the hair is done, I'm moving on to skincare. So to start off with that, I'm going in with some vitamin C serum. The one I'm using today is from Hiiii. It's the vitamin C concentrated serum. And I'm just putting that all over my face, of course. I forgot the step that I like to do before that. I have been trying out this Tower 28 face spray. It's the Daily Rescue facial spray with hypochlorous acid. That's what it looks like. I usually spray my face with this before I start my skincare, especially on the days that I'm going to work out. This is supposed to soothe, purify, and renew your skin. So yeah, I don't know. It just feels really nice and cooling on the face, but I got this in my little like birthday gift thing, and so I've been trying it out, and so far I really like it, but usually I would do this first, then vitamin C, but I'm doing it opposite today. After that, I'm going in with my eye cream, and I've been using this one from the Inkey List. This is new for me, well, newer. I've been using it for a few weeks, but it's the caffeine eye cream, and I have a really like dark, puffy under eyes, so I feel like this helps in the morning, just kind of like depuff. So I just take a little bit of that and then rub it in all over my eyes. The caffeine is supposed to like wake up your under eyes, so I hope that it does that because I look like I haven't slept in a few years. Now I'm going in with some niacinamide serum from Good Molecules. I use this pretty much every day, and I just take a little bit on my cheeks and then rub that in. Before I go in with moisturizer, I am going to add some SPF, and I'm using this one from La Roche-Posay. Hasn't been very sunny where I live, but the last couple days it has, so I'm making sure that I put my sunscreen on. Taking some of that and rubbing it in. This past week, it's actually been really sunny, which is like crazy because the whole month of January, it literally just snowed and snowed and snowed, and it was freezing cold, and it was dark every single day, and it was terrible, but finally the sun is out and the snow is melting, and I feel like alive again. Like yesterday, it was almost 40 degrees, and I was walking around without a coat outside, and it felt really warm, so that's how cold it's been where I live. Last up for skincare is moisturizer, and I'm using this one from Bubble. It's the Power Wave Super Hydrating Moisturizer, and I love how it comes out like a little flower. And yeah, just applying this all over my face. I have really dry skin, and this is a really good moisturizer for anyone who has dry skin. So if you're looking for a more affordable hydrating moisturizer, I would recommend this. I think I got this at Target, I think, but they might carry it at Ulta as well. I don't remember. When I work out, I typically don't ever put on makeup beforehand, but there are a few little things that I like to do on top of my skincare just to make myself feel better. So first thing I do is put gel in my eyebrows. So I'm taking the NYX, the brow glue, and just running that through my eyebrows just so they look nice and clean and like in place. Next up, I always curl my eyelashes. So I'm taking my eyelash curler and just going to go over those a few times until they look nice and lifted and curled. Sometimes you have to do it like a few times, but I just like to get them to where it looks like I have, basically like I have a lash lift. And it's such an easy like thing to do, but I feel like it just makes the biggest difference. And your lashes are looking nice and curled and long. So sometimes I have to go over them like 2 or 3 times to get them like exactly how I want them, but like I said, it's really easy, so I take the time to do it. Once they're curled how I like them, I go back in with the same gel, just this clear brow gel, and I run that through my eyelashes. I feel like this just helps them to stay like curled. If I don't do this, I feel like after a couple hours, they just look how they did to begin with. But this actually helps them stay. I always say this is like giving yourself a temporary lash lift. Because it looks like I just went and got a lash lift, but it took me like no time and no money. And then I also do that on my bottom lashes as well, just so that they stay how I want them to. And then lastly, I always like to add a little something to my lips, whether it's like a gloss or something. And then once in a while I do lip liner. So I'm taking a little bit of this NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. This is like my favorite lip liner. And I just lightly kind of like overline like the center of my lips. I feel like this just adds like a little bit of color, but it's nothing too intense. And then I take my finger and just kind of blend it out, and then it just like overlines my lips a little bit, but it's hardly noticeable. This color is really similar to my normal like natural lip shade, just a little bit better. And then I like to top that off with gloss. So I'm taking the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Pink Sugar. This is like a little mini one. Look how cute that is. And I'm just putting that all over my lips. Okay, and that completes this little get ready with me before I go work out. I don't usually wear makeup before I work out. It's pretty much like skincare focused, and then I like to do my hair kind of cute. I feel like the slick back, especially a bun, is like my go-to hairstyle to keep my hair out of my face and like out of the way when I'm working out. So that's usually what I do, and then skincare, and then I just add a little whatever I'm feeling to make myself feel good. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!